You're going to bring the key with you?
Yeah.
All right. Can we go out this way and then
Yeah.
down
What I was thinking is,
Rest Haven?
how about, can I show you the bird sanctuary?
Sure.
It's only about 1.5 kilometers.
All right.
And this double car garage is so big, guess what? We have a suite that we rent.
Well, you were saying you had a renter.
Yeah.
Like,
Not getting much cushioning on the heels at all.
are those running shoes or walking
Yeah,
shoes?
they're running shoes.
Zone 1.
I go by heart rate mostly now because I'm getting on. I like to stay in zone 3.
That's a long time ago for me.
Zone 3 for me is about
Zone 0.
135 beats per minute. You've got a short stride.
I'm only inseam is 30.
Eh?
Inseam is 30.
Oh, you're no shorter than me. You're the same height as me. But you got short legs. Good for cycling.
Oh yeah. Especially the right edge of Tour de Victoria. I've done it 5 times.
Zone 1.
I've always done the challenge because I like the shorter ones for being really fast. And the worst I've done was 6th overall. And I've won twice.
And is that age group? Or
No, overall.
overall?
Zone 2.
So I won twice and tied twice. Was 3rd one time.
Did you volunteer at the the Sydney 5 and 8K?
Zone 3.
I think you were a course
Well,
marshal.
Well, there's a Daisy Bay 5K.
No, there was the one here about
Yeah, it actually
3 or 4 months
finished
ago.
the turnaround was basically our corner.
Yep, Rest Haven
Yeah.
and McDonald Parkway.
Well, that corner, yeah. And actually the triathlon, the Victoria Triathlon, has changed the course to that. It starts and finishes on
Zone
the other
5.
side of the road. Which says welcome to Victoria.
Hang on. Let's walk a bit.
See, that's my problem. That's why I use Betadine for mouthwash.
Yeah,
My lips, my mouth
gets dry.
gets dry.
Zone 4.
You see,
Especially when talking.
my heart rate's already in zone 4. It's excited. I'm excited to see you. We go back a long way. You and
When
me.
Hilary was talking about the Comox,
Zone 3.
that's also my fastest ever.
Yeah,
With Charlene Waldner, as it turns out.
that's
I
right.
wasn't starting with her. We were chatting. Basically, guess what?
What?
I told her, Charlene, I'll chase you on the way up. Because she was telling me just how good and much faster I was going downhill than she was.
So she was using you as a downhill pace pony.
Exactly. And I
So
was
which
using
way
her-
is the bird sanctuary?
this whole thing? And I was using her as my, I gotta make sure to catch her and be close to her so she can chase me down. Because
Zone 4.
here I am thinking, I'm not doing this for me to be faster. I'm doing this to help her out. Because she was like semi-professional.
Yeah, she's still in the fitness business. I believe she works at the Grand Pacific Hotel. Oh,
Well, this is
nice.
outside, you really see it.
This is nice. I brought my camera today. I might decide to take some pictures. Next time we take a break, I'll
Let me go
take some.
inside.
You lead the way, John.
I can sit and show you. That's actually not bad.
It's
I'm
nice.
using my lower back. It's really bad.
Well, we're not going very fast. That's the
I
thing.
guess the other thing for me is concentrating. I'm in no hurry. So I'm here to run with a friend.
That's right.
I haven't done it in a long time.
Last time we ran together was in 2010.
Yeah,
That was,
before September.
August.
Yeah.
It was Bob Reed's Prairie and Harriers. Hang on. Prairie and Harriers Summer Bash at Ken Smythe's place
Oh God.
on Glen Lake.
I remember. Yeah.
And we ran
He.
into Hatley
He
Castle.
passed away already, didn't he?
I think we ran into Royal Roads.
Zone 6.
Yeah.
What I
Ken's
do when I
my...
come here for a little walksy, I bring a pocket full or a can full of bird seeds. See all this? And up there are nests for the herons.
The herons?
Yeah. And you
Not the herrings.
The heron, the blue heron.
The blue heron.
So this is a nice loop,
Yeah.
which is under 500k, or 500 meters. I think.
Well, the thing is, you see, now that I'm seeing this with you, when I run with Derek again, we can come this way again.
And add this on.
At this
And there's West Haven. You can go in at that corner.
I figured this was part of a marina or something. You're probably much better on hills than I am. You've got strong cycling legs. Do you still compete as a cyclist?
Yes.
And you don't find that at all intimidating?
No. My goal is a time.
Yeah. You set yourself up a time and...
Set myself up a time.
What's that noise? It's a pressure washer, maybe. Yeah.
When it's low tide, it's nice to go and walk on the beach over there. We'll stop at the
At the
top of this
bench.
part
Yeah.
right here, which is unbelievable.
Yeah, and I can take a picture of you and me. I can set up the camera on the table.
You didn't bring anything to barbecue, did you?
No.
Did you bring a barbecue snack?
That's another thing. I don't eat very much. You know how people say, oh, you got to eat right. You just have to eat the right amount. That's all. Most people eat too much.
I actually gained about 10 pounds in weight,
Yeah.
and I was, and still am, on a micro keto diet. Especially breads, very low carbs.
You've got to be careful with your bone density. Apparently, the keto diet, especially for women, they end up getting very weak bones. Is Hillary on the same diet?
No, really not.
The best way for us to do this would be
Auto pause.
to be facing into the sun. Otherwise,
Oh, that's right. We face the sun.
and the camera will catch us both. You can goof around if you like. That's good. Do you ever see any of your Team West Coast friends?
Cycling once in a while.
What about Audrey?
She actually lives here.
She does?
And who I see more often is her husband, John Brown. I actually saw him yesterday when I was a volunteer at the thrift store.
So you still
Because
work...
she actually spends a lot of time on Pender Island.
Okay.
But they actually live here. They have a condo or a condo apartment in downtown Sydney area.
I remember John Brown. He's the guy with the really big hands, isn't he? He's got big
And he's
hands.
slowly getting back into running and jogging. Or to
Yeah.
jogging.
I remember
'Cause for a
him
while he couldn't.
from the YMCA downtown.
Oh.
He used to do the Seven Hills
Oh, I remember those.
every Thursday.
Gonzales, etc. Yeah.
Yeah,
The downtown 7. Yeah.
The downtown 7.
Oh, and then Team West Coast, we came up with our own 7 in Broadmead.
Really?
Emily Carr,
Emily-
up and down, up and down.
Yeah. You can always do repeat hills. Let me just put my other glove on.
Repeats I don't like. I find those boring.
Would you rather make a loop? Some people like loops,
Or
some people
multiple.
like out and backs.
Like this, since this is only not too far from home, I'll
Yeah.
do this loop, then another loop. So I can show you more of the trail runs in places that you've probably never seen before.
Do you remember when we used to run together when you were at the General?
Yeah.
We were running along Lockside, I believe. Oh, the Galloping
Goose,
Goose.
yeah.
That's right.
Audrey too.
Yep.
She did that with me a lot.
She was there at that very beginning with your rehab. That was scary, that, I tell you. You had us worried for a while.
Oh.
We all thought you were going to die.
Yep.
You almost did.
And there was basically, I actually tell my story about every second Thursday in the hospital for the party program. I'm a
Okay.
volunteer. Actually, assistant manager
Yeah.
for the trauma survivor station for the party film.
Does the script change, or is it always
No.
the same story?
I have to read it. So I
Yeah.
write it down. Every day, every time I do it,
Yeah.
I change 1 or 2 words.
So you don't memorize it?
No. Meat birds with the white.
Yep. Hillary looked well today. Was she going out?
Well, she's gonna,
She had her sports gear on.
yeah, she's gonna be
I,
somewhere, not in the garage, probably in the where you park your bike
yeah.
to spin. No, she's gonna drive out. No, she's gonna bike out on her Jake the Snake.
I thought you had Jake the Snake. Didn't you used to have it?
No,
You seem to be running pretty well.
well, especially with the walk.
You know, you have to watch your heart, especially if you're on medication.
Oh, straight left.
Straight up. Because quite often they put you on beta blockers, and that suppresses your heart.
Well, and even when I go to spin class, I finally joined Panorama Rec Center.
Yeah.
When I go to spin class, I figured out how their bike computer works. I got my heart rate, not a heart rate, my watts.
Distance 1.34 kilometers. Average heart rate 107.
I got my
Average
watts.
pace 7 minutes 25
Yeah.
seconds per kilometer.
598. So I gotta go get to 600.
Yeah.
And heart rate,
I've never understood the
145.
watts. What is the watts all about?
it's basically how much power you're giving
The
the
pedals.
battery system so you can turn on a light bulb. You know, that kind of.
Okay, but that kind of makes sense
Well, that's what your e-bike does
on my
too.
e-bike. Yeah, it tells me my average speed, my maximum speed, my distance. Shall we go down Rest Haven a bit? What do you?
Okay, we'll do it that way, sure. So I want to show you the road. Oh, I know what we'll do.
What?
I'll show you the 2 hobby farms
Where you work?
where I take care of and manage. Yeah.
Good
Manage
for you.
slash volunteer.
That's not going to be too far for you, is it?
No.
Hi. Last time I saw you, you were just off to pick blackberries, I believe. Did you have your breakfast already?
Yes.
I forgot.
For me, the best is eggs. Good protein.
What sort of eggs? Scrambled?
Scrambled.
Yep. On
And
toast?
in the microwave, no. In the microwave, with some cheddar cheese for a minute and 20. And it's good. No toast.
No toast.
Only once or twice a week will I have peanut butter and jam. And apparently peanut butter, if I'm hungry, I can eat a tablespoon of peanut butter.
Yep.
Or as a snack. Or cream cheese and fruits and nuts.
Or cottage cheese.
Gosh, he's there. Yogurt I'm not crazy about.
So your mother-in-law is living with you.
Yeah. Well, mother-in-law's, because we have 2 master bedrooms.
Uh-huh.
One downstairs, which is Lorna's.
Let's walk a bit.
The one upstairs, which was originally set up for 2 bedrooms. I'll show you. We changed it to one big bedroom
Yeah.
and a huge bathroom
Well, that's good.
with a 6-foot-long tub and 3 feet high. Hillary can soak in there.
But you say
It's
you...
actually pretty good for the bus stop.
Yeah, you say that you're on this semi-keto diet.
Yeah, it's just a thought. It's not really a diet. It's what you eat.
You just have to be more mindful about
More
eating
mindful.
stuff with bread and What about potatoes?
Well, potatoes are okay.
Yeah?
Potatoes. Well, for me, they're okay.
So where's this hobby farm? Okay, I was wondering.
We go through the overpass,
Oh, I see.
then down about 500 meters. So from home, it's about 1.5K.
So with the 1.5K that we already did, we'll probably end up with a 4.5K,
Yeah.
which is about right for our first run in a while. There's not too many ways to cross the highway, is there? There's just the overpass.
This overpass,
There's Amity,
Amity, yeah.
and then there's Beacon Avenue. There's lights there.
There's lights.
But as I say, Derek works at Sleggs Lumber, and he has to go all the way to Beacon to cross the highway to come almost all the way back again.
Sleggs Lumber is where I go to grab some tarps to cover the farm area picture. And I'll show you the sheep and what they love to eat when I pick some. They're ivies. They love ivy.
Just along here is where I got punched in the face. Just here. That was a crazy guy.
Was he running or something or
He
no?
was walking.
Oh.
I was behind him. And you know how it is. You say, runner coming through. So they normally step aside. Well, instead of stepping aside, he took a swing at me.
Or look up from looking at the smartphone.
Yeah.
Average heart rate 76.
He looked like a crazy person, though.
And it's the second year, or third year. This has always been crazy bumps. Oh, this looks some of it. Oh. This one. Let's look at that.
That's not good for a cyclist.
From here, you cross the highway
Yeah.
this way. You can't go straight, but you can turn highway into here
Yeah.
or exit.
Are you talking about cyclist or car?
Oh, good cars. That's Canoe Canadian Tire.
That's
Or my
big.
other. See, we were on John Road,
Yeah.
just after the Eco Center, which is where the Pioneer AK starts. It curves in, that's called John Road too. But 3 or 4 farms on the left of John Road is the other hobby farm. But we're not doing that today.
I remember there was a lot of trouble with the Pioneer AK.
Well, you know where their parking was?
It was over here, yeah.
This church, the registration was in school.
So people
I
were...
met the lady who takes care of the church.
Yeah.
And she's part of the Pacific Celebration Society, which I'm actually a member at large now. I'm on quite a few boards. Volunteer member. And she told me that's got to be arranged so nobody parks there until after 10:30 because the match starts at 10.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to park after 10:30.
The race starts at...
So we should have a volunteer like me or somebody,
telling them to walk over here.
not to park.
Well, a lot of people were leaving it too late and they were cutting across the highway, which is very dangerous.
Yep.
There's been quite a few people killed trying to cross there. So that's where the parking was, the church?
Well, the parking for the church, you see Co-op,
Yeah.
it's the next building after Co-op before the school.
Well, I
No.
can see the building, the church. There's a cross there.
Oh yeah,
That's the church.
that's the church. Then the school.
I remember doing Land's End half marathon from
Oh
here.
God.
That's where it used to start at the velodrome. Not the velodrome, the hippodrome. It used to start at the horse racing.
This is unbelievable Canadian Tire. So well set up. Oh. It's got a proper sign for what is in that aisle and the sub parts. Like it'll say breakfast. You go a little further, we'll have another sign with 6 breakfast types.
Yep.
Then at the shelf, will say that it pipes.
So which way?
Left.
The left, that's that way.
Yeah. Actually, let's play it safer.
Go this way?
Take the bike. That's a brand new bus stop.
I guess you hear a lot of all these student pilots. This time of the day, they have a flying school.
The lady who's renting from us,
Yep.
she's a off-the-air trainer.
Off the air.
The person that's like in an airport,
Oh, I see what you mean.
working in the airport.
Air traffic control?
Air traffic control.
Okay.
Air traffic control, super air traffic control instructor, you know, that kind of thing.
Wow.
Because I think anybody who rides a bike or what has to get trained on the airplanes, there might be a criterion that they need 2 or 4, 6 hours of communicating and getting trained and taught about what the air traffic control words mean and stuff like this.
That's supposed to be the most stressful job in the world, an air traffic controller.
Can you imagine that? Oh,
You've got the lives of all those people.
that's the farm right there.
And you have to tell them when to land, where to land, when it's clear.
What did we see? Oh, this in the Hudson. Got the airline, or the airport, or what the movie was called. This guy landed on the Hudson River in New York.
Yep. I remember
Perfect
that.
landing.
Yep.
And he's like a fantastic actor.
And I think they had all the passengers walk out on the wing, and they rescue them off the
He
wing.
was so concerned. His wife phoned him, and he told what happened. And he was still there, asking people for confirmation on the counts. He wasn't going to relax, or sit down, or have a drink at all.
No.
Until he was 181.
He wanted to know that they were all safe.
There's only one girl at home.
And that was probably on the escape rather than on the landing.
Workout average pace 7 minutes 22 seconds.
So this is the farm.
Manon, that lady passed away.
Sounds like a
about
French
year
name.
ago.
French-Canadian name, Manon.
And what they do here, there's a whole bunch of these sheep areas for food,
Yeah.
or even
So this is where the sheep graze.
there's like 6 of these spots, and the main one is by the dock or by the hospital. Well, over here I'm pointing and trying to say something. I never say the right word. I try to talk too fast.
You do. You try and make up for lost time. Anyway, so
What we hear a lot is bands practicing and jamming.
in that
Right there.
green...
Yeah, which is right behind the
Place.
nice little coffee shop.
uh-huh. There's a nice view from here.
What they have here is one house, one suite over the garage, and 2 office. Well, one is like a mini little house, and the other one's like a shed. And that's one son has one, and the other daughter has the other. And they're both part of golfing, selling equipment, tours, and stuff like this. So they call it
Is there a golf course here on the farm?
No.
No.
And I just heard the news, the Ardmore one,
Yep.
which is fairly close, got sold, which is probably good. Oh, robins. Now we're finally starting to see robins.
Do you know what these trees are called?
No.
No, me neither. Could they be elms? No. They're deciduous. They've dropped their leaves, but they're not oaks. A little bit. Oh, there's, you can see all the wool on the fence where the sheep have rubbed against it.
Well, especially if you have something and they can smell, if you're nice and calm.
They
and
come
like
over.
it, they'll come over and eat it for your hand. Especially ivy. Oh, I
Ivy.
haven't seen robins at all this year.
Well, now we have. I'm going to Uruguay in a couple of weeks' time.
Now, our main trip is in September.
Yeah.
We're going to my homeland in the Azores Islands of Portugal.
You go to the Azores?
Yeah, where I was born. And the mainland too, which I've never been to before.
I was in Portugal a couple of years ago. Lisbon.
I'll get walking.
Yeah, we don't scare the animals.
And there's their shed. And they come out and have some fun.
Gulf Star.
See, that's one house office.
And I guess if anybody came out and they saw you, they would say, "Hi, John." They would know you.
Lots of mud. I'll show you.
I don't want to get my road shoes muddy.
Zone 1.
Zone 1. I haven't heard her
So the
yet.
farm is the bottom corner,
Yeah.
about 50 feet by 150. It's all tarped in black.
And that's where you got the tarp from Sleg's Lumber, eh?
Zone 3.
Those kind of tarps. You just go to the garbage and grab it. And this
Auto pause.
is my stuff.
Okay.
That's stakes for where I put the seeds.
For when you're feeding the birds or when you're
No.
feeding the sheep?
No, not feeding the sheep.
Sheep feed themselves. The sheep feed themselves, I guess. You have goats here as well?
No. Close the door and I'll show you. There's some babies.
Zone 1.
Hello, sheep.
Showing me yesterday. They were only 1 day old. It's unbelievable how.
I don't know. I can't really see too much yet because my eyes are adjusting to the light. They'll be protective of the babies.
Yeah.
I guess you were
These are all pregnant females.
pregnant
Oh.
females.
There's one right there.
A little lamb.
Yeah, 2 lambs.
The chickens.
And this is their den. And their egg laying spot.
Should that gate be open?
Yeah.
I guess so. They put the stone there.
Is that something to eat?
Yeah. It looks like,
Look at this. Here I am here. Look, they're following us.
yeah, they want you to feed them. Nothing today for you, my chickens. That's kind of cute, isn't it?
Auto pause.
Yeah. Maybe I should take a picture of a nice looking chicken. Don't be alarmed, my dear.
Workout resumed.
There's a black hen there.
There's a black one in there.
Are you ready to head back? Okie dokie.
Auto pause.
Yep.
Workout resumed.
Is that for their water and their food?
No, both the red ones are for food.
Yeah.
It's basically salty food. You definitely need to go.
But they probably don't need a lot of... Eh?
There's some there, but they're...
Yeah, they probably don't need much water these days because there's all these puddles and stuff to drink from.
And the grass is basically half water,
Yeah.
half leaf.
It's only in the driest part of the summer that they probably need an extra water. It's Ontario plate.
So how much time do you have?
Well, not very much because I said I'd be home around noon. And
First thing, I can show you the other farm, but we'll do that later.
Time 45 minutes.
another day.
Another day.
16 kilometers. Average heart rate 84. Workout average pace 7 minutes 53 seconds per kilometer. Zone 2.
It's funny how sometimes I hear the girl when she talks to me from my phone, and other times when there's traffic noise, I don't hear a thing. It's incredible how much noise we put up with.
You can always get earbuds.
I know, but I don't like running with earbuds. I like to be able to hear
Oh my,
the traffic.
my 2 earbuds were quite long.
Do you have Bluetooth earbuds?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the ones with the wires, which is a bit of a pain, you know. They get tangled on branches. That kind of stuff.
And the ones with the wires, I couldn't find one that I can clip into my ear and it wouldn't pop out.
Who else do you see from the old days? Do you remember Torben?
Torben Lind.
Yeah. And Mike Saminsky?
Yeah.
And what about Mike LaBelle? He
Yeah.
was more into do with the ultras. The Finlayson Arm, 50k and 100k. I don't compete anymore. Be careful running into the road, John. We should be on the other side. There's the sidewalk. So you have Segoy cycling equipment.
Oh, this is old. Most of my new stuff were actually...
Let's cross.
Give it to me. It's one of my sponsors for the races.
I came across an article about you after the accident in the Saanich News.
Front page.
Yeah.
Looked like I was in a wheelchair with Hillary.
They call you Mr. Triathlon. And I said, that can't be
That's
right.
interesting. Just taking the road. I'll show you this little loop.
They called you Mr. Triathlon, and I remember you telling me
Welcome back.
I don't do triathlon. I do duathlon.
And then when I did the Outdoor Tucson after my accident,
Yeah.
I got mentioned in the news report
Really?
of the Arizona
Yeah.
newspaper.
Were they complimentary?
Very.
Very. I'm sure they were.
Basically, my wife who said and explained things.
Coming back after a traumatic brain injury. Did you win it?
No. That's like 14,000 people do that.
Is there a way around? Yeah, there's a little pass.
Anyway. Got a trail like this on this side and the other side of the highway too.
Yeah, that's the one Derek and I normally... He lives on Bradford Avenue.
Awesome.
You know Bradford?
Yeah.
It's next to Mills Road, I believe, or...
Yeah.
Anyway, we come up Bradford, go along that cycle path to your place, down to Rest Haven, and then we turn back up Bradford. And that's about, I think it's 3.8 or something, maybe 4K.
What I prefer is partial cement and partial gravel.
I don't mind running on roads, but most of my running I
Sensation
do.
on my knee.
Yeah, most of my running I do is on trails. It's softer on the legs.
I remember doing really hard ones in Goldstream, especially some of those hills.
Yeah, I don't do very well on hills. I've got quite weak legs.
Well, because of my weight, I don't. Hillary does, I couldn't believe. And on the bike, she can wipe me out. But what I do is if I know how much more hill there is, I get to the top, even though I'm like 2 people in front of me, and on the way down,
Yeah.
I zoom through them. Just by putting my chin right on the handlebar.
Really? In the, what's it called now? The aerodynamic,
Yeah. Well, especially now I can even go faster.
the aero bars.
I've gone as fast as 82 kilometers an hour on my aero bike, going down with a phone.
Workout average day 7 minutes 38 seconds.
Not the observatory, but
Willis Point Road, yeah, I know it. This guy looks like me. The guy on the...
there's some nice trails off Willis Point.
Cyclists stop and dismount, it says. Hang on now. I'm not running uphill, John. This is what I'm saying.
And for blackberries?
Yeah. This is what I'm saying. That hills are the ones that kill me. Because what happens is my heart rate goes way up. And then that's not good for me. I had a doctor tell me that I have a minor heart issue, that if I don't push it, I'll be able to run till I'm 100. But if you start pushing the effort, it could go out just like that.
We had somebody that Hillary and I, Leon Palatino, Hillary and I,
Yeah.
and him, did the New Balance Half Iron. A couple of years before I took over as the race manager, Leon was a fantastic swimmer. Like you wouldn't believe He
You're
was
saying,
big and
you're
chunky.
saying was.
Was. No, he passed away.
Oh, shoot.
And then
How old was he?
he tagged on to me,
Yeah.
and I did the bike course, which is 91.3 kilometers at like 33 kilometers an hour. And he only did a 2-lap running course at Albeer. We basically were second fastest relay team and 4th overall.
Wow.
It was a young, professional, young guys relay team. Like special triathletes.
Was the guy who passed away, was he your age or younger or what?
Slightly older.
Older.
He had a pacemaker or something, a defibrillator or something.
Uh-huh.
And a week later, he was doing a 10K in Lake Sassimas in Penticton area.
Okay.
And guess what?
What?
He didn't finish.
Oh dear. He died on the course?
Yep. And in my opinion, that's the best way to do it. No pain, no struggling. Goodbye.
Well, you know, I do a lot of trail running, as you know, but I always had this idea that maybe one day I would get attacked by a bear or a cougar. But I would say, if they found out that I'd been killed by a bear, people would say, oh, I'm sure that's the way he would have wanted to go, seeing as he loved running the trail so much. But really, I don't want to die.
No, nobody does.
Nobody does. But we all will.
Well, Hillary refuses to sit right. She can't walk at all. Guess what?
What?
She wants to go.
Oh, you mean she wants to take the what's it called now? Assisted suicide?
Yeah. Well, not just that.
They would have to. She would have to prove that she was in pain. I don't think they'll let her just do
Oh,
it.
it's just mental pain.
Anguish.
Yeah, anguish, that's it.
In Spanish, you know what anguish is? Angustia. And in Portuguese,
That almost sounds like a goose.
angusta.
Goose with this. I like this very much.
Yeah.
Flavor-wise.
Yeah.
That's not the goodbye.
Angustia is anguish. Gusta is taste. Me gusta, no me gusta. Spanish and Portuguese are quite similar.
Well, that's where the language of Portugal came from.
Yeah.
Spain.
When I was in Portugal, almost all the young people spoke English.
Oh, yeah.
You'd be amazed.
Worldwide.
Worldwide. It's the language of the youth. Any country, the Philippines, they all want English.
And even other countries' websites
Yeah.
and internet
All in
can't
English.
get the website set up unless it's guaranteed to have, if not English or Spanish, you gotta have both of those.
Yeah.
If you're Spanish, you gotta have English. If you're English, you gotta have Spanish. In Europe, that's the rule.
Well, now with Brexit, I think that's all changed a bit because
Well, they're not part of the Union, but they're still part of Britain.
they're always going to be part of Europe
Yeah.
geographically,
Geographically.
but not politically anymore. Politically, they're not involved. Let's cross.
Do a walk
Time
around.
35 minutes. Distance
Sure.
59 kilometers. Average heart rate 83.
A cool-off
Workout
walk.
average
John
pace 7
Road.
minutes 37 seconds per kilometer.
Yeah, John
These are all
Road.
condos. These are all freehold houses. And the only one like ours that's got a suite is our neighbor.
You know, I was looking at your address on Google Maps, and when I put in your street number,
Yeah.
it's just got a hole in the fence. They were still building. Your house wasn't even there. But I remember seeing the house, and I knew that that was the right location. But they haven't brought it up to date yet. The Google car hasn't been...
Well, they haven't added the additional numbers on Hilldale.
Oh, they haven't added the additional...
They haven't added the 105. The 105s plus, I think.
Well, it was just a fence, a chain link fence, and you could see that there was building going on. But that was in 2005, was the last time the Google
I
car...
think you can go in and complain and advise Google.
And send the car around again.
No, not just that. This is an actual address.
Yeah.
And I live. It's the last address.
I saw that.
probably good if there's
I
a
was
last
looking at
address.
that sign there, and I said, "That's not very politically correct, calling it white bitch, but it's white birch."
And our townhouse actually has a separate address, believe it or not. Our suite has a separate address, separate postal code, and a separate BC Hydro bill.
But that's probably more for the subtenant, for the letting. For the purposes of letting, it's better to have a separate address. Otherwise, you have to pay their utility bills.
Oh, depending on who we're renting.
Well, depending if it's included.
The latest in there now.
Yeah.
She keeps the temperature at 25.
Wow.
Our house
She
bill
must
just got
be,
2 months worth. $443 is what BC Hydro costs in the house. You know what hers costs?
Probably the same.
$255.
For a tiny little garage suite.
Yeah.
Maybe she's old, I don't know.
Oh, and really likes the heat.
Yeah, but not if it's on somebody else's dime. Mind you, if she's paying
So if
her
we
own
ever- If we ever
hydro.
rent it again, what we're going to do, what I mentioned to Hillary, is drop the price to $50 less. So it's a really good deal.
And then they have to pay their own.
Well, not just pay. They can basically we no longer own that BC Hydro.
Yeah.
And they take over.
I see. Because at the moment you're getting a bill for them as well.
And that could be exactly which day,
Yeah.
not when it ends.
There's the poop fairy. Is this your house here?
Yeah, this. I'll show you.